back with another episode of Basketball Culture. I'm your host, Ebony.
It's your boy Tyler, and today we've got a new guest with us, a basketball legend. If you want to quickly introduce yourself.
What's happening in the world? It's yours truly, Cory Sauce Brown. Thank you, Basketball Culture, for having me, and much love to what you all are doing for the culture.
Appreciate it. Thank you for coming on.
No doubt.
All right, getting into my favorite segment this week in basketball. NBA's back. Ooh, let's go.
About time.
As you guys know, you wouldn't know, but I'm a big Miami Heat fan.
Okay. Nice.
That's pretty much all I watch.
Yeah.
So you know, we I think we started off pretty good. We lost the first opener against Magic, but we won against Knicks today, and we won against Grizzlies. We smashed it. I was like, yo, what's going on? I even asked him, I'm like, yo, is Ja injured? Is Moran injured? Is he playing? He's like, he's playing. I'm like, oh, okay.
especially with Magic too as well. Like, Magic hasn't been good for a long time, and so I guess they're kind of revamping and trying to make some things happen. But Miami's always on the up and up sometimes.
Yeah. Miami's a tough. We're always like sleepers. Like everyone's like, nah, they're not doing anything, and then somehow we make the playoffs, we make the play-ins.
Yeah.
And either we make a run in the playoffs or we just out first round.
Yeah, for sure. But it's still early, and you never know what's going to happen till the fat lady sings at the end. And I think it's going to be a lot of great basketball, a lot of great teams, a lot of great new players that are out there. And I'm just excited to see what these young guns got in store, and let my veterans stay as long as possible. Because it's like, man, the OGs that they're almost their way out. You're just going to see a whole new NBA within this next 1 to 3 years.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, just a couple more years till Wemby is going to be completely dominating the league. I mean, he already is at the moment, but
exactly. I think
in the future, even crazier.
Wemby's going to be definitely one of the faces. They can't hate on him. They can't hate on the European basketball. They can't hate on the world at the end of the day, because it's not just an American sport anymore or American league. It's a global league, and people's got to be ready for it. And it's going to be revolutionized for sure.
Definitely. I feel like as well, usually at the start of the season, it's a bit weird, like random people popping off and stuff like that. I'm a Warriors fan, so Aaron Gordon just dropped 50 on us.
You see the was it 180 or 360
off the lob,
from Jokic?
Yeah, we doing crazy stuff.
He might get back into the dunk contest. You never know.
Never know. In my opinion, he should have won when he was in it, but
Yeah, I'm a Zach fan. So, but
fair enough. But
good.
Definitely glad NBA's back. It's been long off season.
Full throttle.
Before we move on, what's your guys' pick for? I know it's early, but who do you guys think so far have the championship? What would be your best guess?
I'm always gonna say Warriors because that's my team. But if I had to pick, I feel like Thunder are definitely in a position to repeat. But
it's a good guess. Yeah, it's a good guess. I think Thunder's got a good chance. If Kyrie come back healthy and things, I think Mavs got a very, very, very high chance. And I like Spurs, and I like. Yeah, I think that's going to be my top three at the moment. It's just really good team camaraderie with some of those teams. And so, like you said, you never know. God willing, God forbid, it doesn't happen, more injuries and like all that stuff happening down the line. And then everybody's just healthy, and we just got good playoffs and good championship.
Yeah, 100%.
It's good.
We already know who I'm not even going to say anything. Delusional or not, I don't care. I'm only rooting for one team. A little bit of Warriors too, because Jimmy's there now. But that's my favorite player. Jimmy's my player, and Tyler Hero.
Yeah. And
then my team's Miami Heat. That's all you need to know about me.
Jimmy's deadly. Jimmy's deadly, and then Tyler Hero, he's part of the Pure Sweat fam, and so shout out to Drew Hanlon and the Pure Sweat fam. And Drew helped me mentally and threw some drills at me and things like that whenever I was playing. And so, it's good. It's good to just see players continuing to evolve their game and be at the best of the best.
Yeah, definitely. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so usually for the return viewers, we usually have a quiz. Decided to switch it around this time. Kind of got a new segment, just some rapid fire questions, and then just answer which one you would rather.
When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So
Okay. I like it. All right, so I got, would you rather be dunked on or get your ankles broken?
That's a great question, and I ask people this all the time too as well. And I'm gonna tell you a story too. I have gotten dunked on before, and I'll tell you the story here in a second. And whenever I was playing, still to this day, because I'm an ankle breaker, and that's what I'm known. That's what I was known for. And I made a promise to myself that if I ever got my ankles broken, I would end my basketball career. And so I kept playing, didn't I? And so nobody's ever broke my ankles. I took pride in defense, really took pride in defense. And like when I was playing the actual style basketball, I would average maybe like 4 steals a game. And so, and just study the art, because when you study the art of handles, you will understand the art of defense. Because if I know that you're getting ready to do a crossover, there's only one way you can go. It's either right to left or left to right. If I know that you're going to do a certain move, I'm going to beat you to the spot. And so if you've mastered handles, then you're going to be able to learn the art of defense. And so yeah. But with the dunked on story, it was cool because like on the off season, you know, all the pros will come back in the summer, they train and like all that good stuff too as well. And I was in Kentucky at the time, and then we was up at the little rec center on one of the college campuses, and then you had players like damn, I forgot his name, who dunked on me, which is probably good. But at the time you had Donovan Mitchell there, and so, you know, current NBA player. And so me and Donovan used to always go at it, and then we be on opposite teams too as well. But there was a 6'10" dude. He was cool. He's down to earth, a humble giant. And I crossed because we switched. I got a screen, switched, and he's like, okay, Sauce, I'm here. And I'm just like, yeah, you got like a 7-foot wingspan, but I'm still about to get this. And so I sauced him up real quick, and then I hit the 3 over him, like slightly too as well. All right. And I was like, yeah, I got you. I'm talking that stuff all the way coming back. And the next thing you know, he speeds up. And I'm like, oh shit, somebody threw a lob from half court. And you gotta reckon this, I'm in my prime right now, you know what I'm saying? I got a 39-inch vertical. And so like I'm jumping. And so I'm watching the ball like it's like a shooting star. And I'm just like, oh, I'm there. Boom, I'm getting ready to knock it out of the air. Next thing you know, you see his hands. Like go gadget my ass, you know what I'm saying? It said boom. And he said, oh, that's payback. And I said, all right, you got me. And so, but the thing is, he's 6'10", you know what I'm saying? He got me back. But it was that fun, competitive type of play, which made that time period was great. So I would say, to answer your question, dunked on for sure.
Fair enough.
And then there's vicious ways to either get dunked on and ankle broken too as well. Because like in my career, I've sent I wouldn't say a lot. I sent multiple people to the hospital because they fell and they broke a finger, or like one person, like my latest ankle breaker whenever I was still playing. Excuse me, my second to latest. He tore his ACL when I made him fall, and then my latest one, his pride was just hurt, and so
which is lucky.
Yeah. He might have seen another doctor. So, but then when you get dunked on, you got different types of dunked on too as well. You got posterized, where like, you know, you fall to the ground and you're on a poster in somebody's house, or you got, you know, the nuts on the back of the neck and you're still standing. You've got the blind side poster, and then you can actually get hurt from getting posted too as well. So there's different categories of these 2 items. And to answer your question even more, I wouldn't rather get none of them.
Fair enough.
Because like I played with some of the most high flyers in the world. I let them go. I let them go. You know what I'm saying? And if I know you got handles, if you're my friend, we don't really like do things to each other, like try to kill each other to a certain extent. But if I don't know you, it's free for all. So yeah.
I feel like as well, like if you get dunked on, most of the time it's because you're contesting the shot. So it's like,
for sure.
There's a pride in it, you know, like most of the shot blockers are the ones getting dunked on. So you have to have some pride in defense. So it's kind of a respect thing at the same time. But
then also you get caught slipping too as well. Cause you know, when you play at the highest level, everybody's steps is like 2 to 3 steps faster. And then, you know, you miss a turn, all that's like, boom. Quick. Everybody's bouncing off quicker like a kangaroo, you know. And it's literally, just a whole nother notch. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's good.
And next one I got, obviously, you got a pretty cool nickname, you got Sauce. I have, what's the best nickname you've heard other than yourself?
That's a great question. Great question. I don't know. There's a lot of people that make up their name, and I've heard some terrible names, like some very bad ones. And I don't know. A lot of my ex-teammates and colleagues, they have really unique nicknames, and I think it's either sticks to your game, it sticks to your swag or your sauce, you know, and it sticks to your like personality too as well. But I would say, you know, and you got a lot of good NBA nicknames too as well, especially in the past, like Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, you know, Karl Malone, the mailman, AI, my homie, my favorite as all time, the answer, the question, and then, you know, Shaq Diesel, you know, and so it just whatever can stick with you and you can back that up, then that's a nickname and your alter ego that you can live with.
Fair enough.
Yeah, great question.
Then I have, would you rather score 50 in a game but lose or score 0 and win?
Definitely score 0 and win. Definitely score 0 and win. On two counts. One, I can make up my stats somewhere else. Steals, rebounds, blocks, hustle points that's not in the stat book. And we still get the win. And that win could help us, you know, further our ultimate goal, which is the championship. And I've scored 50 and lose, and I'm even more mad, you know. So I've scored that before, and so it's just like I'd rather win and, you know, get the bigger picture, because not many people win the championship ever.
Yeah,
and so
that's true.
So
And then last one I have, would you rather lose on a buzzer beater or would you rather get blown out?
I would say blown out, because you can learn from that game. And buzzer beater, you literally, that's just a freak accident. It's literally a freak accident. Like how you hit that bank from 94 feet on the side, you know what I'm saying? With one hand, you know, that's like a crazy throwing off of a no look or something like that. And you get blown out. Just the other team was a better team, and then you read the scouting report and be better for the next time that you play them. So yeah, great questions.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's definitely a different type of pain on a buzzer beater to be that close, especially if it's like a Kawhi Leonard from the corner, Game 7.
Yeah, like, you get more of disappointment feel, as in like an urge to do better feel.
Yeah,
you know, it's like damn, my team wasn't with me on this. Let's huddle back up collectively, revamp, make things better. So when we see them next month, then we know how to tear y'all down. So that's it. Yeah,
definitely
100%. Yeah, I feel like as well with like blown out versus buzzer beater, it's like eventually, even though you're still trying to win, you're still in it. There's a point where you're like, oh, we lost this game. Correct. But buzzer beater, it's like that last second. It's like, bro, you're in it until literally
literally could have played the best defense of your life.
Yeah,
like all up in the grill and everything like that, and just literally
Yeah.
you hit it. Yeah.
So I
Something
mean,
like
yeah,
that.
I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, blown out. Not
Yeah.
not that buzzer beater hurts, man.
Big
Oh,
time.
it hurts.
Big time. And it would be even worse if that was like an important game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
so-
gosh.
Which is crazy.
So bad.
But yeah, which is cool. Yeah.
But yeah, we asked you to bring a jersey or something sentimental to you. So
Yeah,
show
for
us what you
sure.
brought.
So just a little bit of background about this, and it kind of ties into some things too as well. So I was a two-time NBA All-Star celebrity appearance person, and so basically what that means is that I've been invited to All-Star Weekend to do a lot of media stuff. So it could be anywhere from playing in these like celebrity games or doing media coverage, being part of different like brand activations and events and things. So I did 2018 and I did 2019 in Charlotte, North Carolina. And with Charlotte, North Carolina, that was like one of the biggest ones they had like in history. And then I was fortunate enough to be part of the actual celebrity game, and this is my rare state of the art NBA All Star celebrity basketball jersey, and it's very sentimental to me. This has not been up in the case yet, and so you all lucky for this one. So, but I feel like this one meant the most to me because after doing this, I had a lot of recognition, and then about 3 weeks later, I got an email to come out to Australia. And so, because they saw me on there, and so that's why this meant the most to me because it brought me to the land that I found and fell in love with, and I call home to this day right now. And so, shout out to Australia. I love y'all, man. Big ups to this beautiful place.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Cringe question. Can I touch that?
Yeah. You can have a be both.
Damn. That's crazy.
Wow. I've always wondered, like, compared to, like, you played in this, right?
Yeah.
Compared to, like, the ones they sell, like, how does it feel? Like,
Definitely, if you wanna have a feel to
Yeah.
it.
because, like, the ones you wear, like, I can't play, like, people, like, play
Yeah.
streetball
Yeah, they
and
have-
that.
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
so uncomfortable in those.
Yes.
I'm like, there's no way they play in this on the court. Like,
Yeah,
this has
definitely.
to
So
be
you
different.
can tell the difference from the authenticity of a sold online type of jersey
Yeah.
and the ones that we play in, and it gives more rarity too as well to the material, just to the person that's wearing it as well, and it just literally levels up from the consumer and the actual person.
Yeah.
which is crazy. Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, it's as soon as you all asked me, to bring something, I knew exactly this was going to be the one. Because without this, it probably might not have led me to you all, because I might not have been here. And so, I thank God every day for bringing me out here to Australia. I'm a big man of faith, and it holds me down and grounded every single day. And just creating a beautiful, blessed longevity out here.
Glad to hear.
Yeah,
Glad to hear.
Thank you.
Well, as you guys know, the pod is called Basketball Culture. So I just kind of want to get your personal view on your definition of basketball culture, what it is to you.
Amazing question. So basketball culture, and I can just say this in one word, it's love. Definitely love, because the love that you can put into this beautiful game that James Naismith has created is something that is, one in a gazillion. The fact of the matter is that when you're in this culture, it's not just basketball, it's a community. It's togetherness. It's literally, balls to the wall greatness, and you can see that from multiple players, multiple outlets of like organizations, to all the way down to the people just playing on the courts outside. And me being able to see the world and how other countries relate to basketball culture, it's a beautiful art. It's a beautiful thing. because you can go over to Asia where they have a basketball court on every block, and they love you have people playing from sun up to sundown. And then you can go over to Europe where it's like food to them. You know what I'm saying? They need it. It's a necessity. And you go to the States, it's live or die when you play for it. And then when you get to Australia, a little bit more laid back, but then it's still it's still growing. It's still growing. And they still do it at a high level here too as well. And so like, anywhere in the world when it comes to basketball, it's all one language. It's all, and it fills my heart that I chose the right sport. And I never regret that at all.
Definitely, I definitely agree with that answer. Like, especially how every different player, different country has their own style. Like how you mentioned that, but at the end of the day, it's all basketball. Like, it all comes together to one big community. Like that answer.
Me too. Love that answer. Love.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Sorry, that was cringe.
Pun intended.
All right, moving on to our questions. I guess we'll start with your childhood. Where were you brought up? How were you raised? When did basketball come into your life?
Yeah, cool. So, early on, if you followed my journey, I did not have the conventional route. So, a lot of people think that, middle school, high school, college, pros. It definitely was not my route. So I'll go into earlier years. The basketball was introduced to me at 3 years old, and I fell in love with it ever since. Did not do any other sport other than basketball. It was literally basketball, full on 24/7. I come from a sports family. With that being said, it still wasn't forced on to me. The basketball was in my hand. I started watching NBA, go out and just practice what I saw on TV. Because back in my day, the one-on-one coaches, all that stuff that you would pay was not prevalent at that time. You got better from your own desire. Going back to my family, and so all the men in my family was or still is a high level basketball player all the way up to the pros. And then all the women in my family were track and field stars. And so I've had my mom, my sister, I had aunties all the way from holding records into their high school and their college, and some ran in the Olympics, and including myself and some of the men, holding some records at their university, and all the way up playing the NBA or EuroLeague or different places all over the world. And so it was cool to just keep that, basketball legacy going. And then I have my younger cousins right now doing that as right now, which is cool. And all the way up to rest of my career, I would say that, kept playing, was on these little teams. I remember my first game was at 10 years old, and I called it 10 for 10 because my first game, I scored 10 points when I was 10, and that was pretty cool. Led up, played high school basketball, played middle school basketball, played high school basketball, small stints at university, because at that time it was very popular to be one and done. And so I was just like, man, I'm trying to go pro, I'm trying to make this money, so go from there. And going back to kind of my upbringing a little bit too as well. Born in Louisville, Kentucky, lived in Indiana for a little bit too as well. Raised majority of the time in Atlanta, Georgia. And then I traveled a lot because of my family. And so, but the ones I represent the most is Indiana and Atlanta, Georgia. Going back to my basketball career. And so at this time, the annual Mixtape tour was very popular. And, I'm doing my university work and all that good stuff too as well. A lot of people don't know this too as well, but I got two university degrees. I got a bachelor's in marketing and a master's in sports management. And so So like I'm already in my field without being in my field type of thing. And I'm still hooping, I'm doing this, and then being a student athlete in all facets. And so, and when Mixtape tour was popular, I went to go try out, killing people, doing that, got on the tour for a little bit and just literally had fun, just, bringing Baby Sauce at the time out and just being on TV, creating a name and building from there. Fast forwarding a little bit, I knew that and one was not the end goal. I knew that I could play the real style basketball. So you had and one, and then you had ball up, and I played on both of those platforms. And I knew that I could play the real style, like I said, and I found an agent, got me to go overseas for a couple stints, build my film, build some of that bag too as well, and yeah, just continue the journey from there. And so a good 14-year career, getting paid to play the game that I love and see the world too as well, because I feel like if I did not take this unconventional route, I wouldn't have made a name for myself. I wouldn't have gained popularity. It wouldn't have helped me to enter other realms. After my due diligence of going to different countries around the world, it helped me get invited to an NBA G League tryout too as well. I did my thing there. Had a good training camp with the Windy City Bulls and all that good stuff too as well. But I told myself that the route that I wanted to do is just continue to be overseas and just continue to be the man instead of the person on a team. And whenever I'm internationally somewhere, I'm the man. And it's just humbly, that's how I can be, because that's what international teams brings imports for, to be the man. And all this journey has led me to see other outlets, as in like the acting, the modeling, the hosting, media appearances, like all that good stuff too as well, because they wanted the sauce. And I say, when people ask me what does sauce mean, and I say I bring the spice, the flair, and the finesse to everything that I do. So that's kind of like my journey in a nutshell.
Yeah. And then obviously coming from athletic family, like you said, your whole family basically played or was athletes. Did you ever feel pressured, or like
Never.
Not in terms from your family, but like you had big shoes to fill, or do you think it helped boost you into?
Never. Nobody forced anything to me. It was crazy because, and this is kind of like one of my gems that I want to drop. It's like, it was a lot of roller coaster days. A lot of roller coaster. Like I'm talking about a lot of roller coaster days. I either would have got hurt, I was injured at the time, or like I was waiting so long for my next contract, or like I got bamboozled by somebody else and I was just naive, or it was just a lot of roller coasters. And there was family members that was telling me just like, just stop basketball. Like, you had a good run. Like, do something that's a little bit more secure. And I'm like, F that, F that. It's been my dream since I was 3, and I literally just continued to try to take it to new heights. I did not let adversity take over me. Kept my faith, and just literally grind until the wheels fall off. And it really wasn't I didn't have that vision of like, I needed to feel like my uncle's shoes or like my cousin's shoes or like blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. I just hooped. I just literally hooped, and I loved to hoop. It was like all day hooping, getting better. Like, who can I destroy? Like, how many points could I score? Like, what championship could I win? Like, who could I play against? You know what I mean? And it was, I would say that it was a fun era. It was a fun era to where like basketball was at its like highest peak. of like all these prospects, like NBA prospects that I was playing against, if it was like during AAU time or if it was I was playing against one of my other favorite street ballers at the time, or if it was playing with or against, or if it was me trying to make a certain team that I know that I could, and yeah, it was just a great time to just show your skills and earn that respect too, you know.
100%. I think it's interesting that you said that basketball is like the only sport you played. I feel like
Let me delve into that a little bit deeper. So my mom forced me to run track and field.
there we go.
And high school now it was forced. Okay, it was forced. I did it for maybe a half a season. So I ran the 50-meter dash, the 100-meter dash, and I did high jump because I could jump. I was able to jump high at the time. I won some ribbons. I got a few second places. I got one first place, but I'm like, if I don't like running in basketball, why am I going to run for fun? I'm like, Mom, I can't do this anymore. She's like, it'll help you for your season coming up in a few more months. I'm like, I'll get in shape on my own, So I'm like, I'm not doing that, and so that's when I quit and just went back to full focus on basketball at the time. And so yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you called me out, but like it wasn't my choice. It wasn't my choice. But nah, a lot of people wanted me to play like the American style, like gridiron football. They always just say, "Oh, you could be a good wide receiver," and it's just like, man, I don't like getting hurt. I'm not going to get hit for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's whenever I watch, the footy here. I'm like, you don't even have pads. Like, your careers are limited, and so yeah, that was literally it. All basketball, 24/7. Put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah, I like that though. I feel like every guest that's come on, or even just people in general, like when you play one sport, a lot of people play like more than one sport. A lot of them, not a lot of people stick, or not stick. Like eventually, people stick to one sport, but like when they're young, they play a lot of different things, trying to figure out which one they like the most. So I like that you just had basket. You had that maybe whatever half a season or whatever, but only because you were forced into it. So like, does it count? I don't know.
Man, tomato, potato. You know what I'm saying? So it's he said, she said. If you want to call if it counts or not, but I just fell in love with the game early. Felt like I wouldn't have been good at anything else anyways. Obviously, when you put the time and the effort into it, you can become good at something. But yeah, I just wanted to hoop. That was the most appealing thing to me.
And then with streetball, obviously it has its own unique flair and its different style. Do you think you coming up through that shaped your game and your style compared to maybe if you went a more conventional route in college and stuff like that?
There was a lot of rocks thrown at my throne, as well as my colleagues' throne, because of that route. Because everybody looked in their eyes that we could only do that, but you had many guys that made at the time it was the NBA D League, and it's the G League now. Made a D League team, made a training camp team for an NBA team, played D1 college basketball. Streetball was just a paycheck and literally, support the family and be popular at the time and all that good stuff too as well. But it hindered make us look like real hoopers, especially me, when like a lot of my moves had like the carry type of flair. But knowing good and well, like I could hoop if I really needed to like flip the script. And with me, it just literally, I was just putting a show on for the fans. I had one job: make you look like an idiot, break your ankles, and then lob it up to my teammates. That's literally it. And I'll score every once in a while. And that's what the fans liked. And I feel like It did shape because it let me be free. It let me be free, creative, have a, I would say, have a open-minded look of how like you can be yourself on the court, and that goes back to that alter ego type of person, and you don't have to worry about nobody getting on you. You just got to do what you have to do. And I think at the end of the day, it shaped me to be like, I don't care what anybody said. Like, if you don't pay me, then your opinion doesn't matter. But obviously, it made it harder for me to do the other stuff. Great question. Great question.
And then seeing how you played in professional leagues and stuff like that, how does the crowd differ from professional compared to streetball, where streetball's the entertainment? It probably gets real crazy there.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into this because during the time, fans were bananas. Fans were bananas. Not like this era, man. Like when somebody gets dunked on in this era, people are just like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm like, yo, did you not just see that play? And then back in my day, it was just like, oh, I made somebody cross, and cross somebody's ass up, and then it's a alley-oop, and then they like, oh, they throwing popcorn. They like, oh, here's your drink. Oh, did you catch that? I mean, like, oh, they doing backflips in the stands. Like there was really like loving what we were doing because of our talents and our expression, and we were doing it very, very well. And it was just like, yeah, like they were going bananas. And that was beautiful. It was beautiful to see, because then you knew that, like, all right, this is kind of like a party, but in the stadium. And but like nowadays, it's just like I think it's like a fashion show, or it's like a night out. It's an activity. Okay, oh yeah, I got these tickets to go to a game. Let's go. Okay, get dressed up, come in. Don't know a lick about basketball. If you do, it's just like and nobody gets hyped until it's like maybe the championship, or the playoffs or whatever. In the real style basketball, different countries, they go bananas. I think my craziest fan base was like the Asian market, and then some of the European countries too as well, because they just love basketball too as well. You score a 3-pointer, they like, yeah, da, 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 da. Flare guns in the stands, they like tung. You might have a mariachi band in there just going crazy in the nosebleeds, and so like it's fun to play in that atmosphere, because it's like it intensifies you. As to like in some places, you really gotta do something that they never seen before for them to go crazy. But all in all, you got your different type of reactions, and you just gotta stick to what you're doing.
Yeah, I've seen some clips of them European crowds. They go like fire in the stands and everything. They really get crazy there.
Yeah, definitely. And fortunate for me, I've been on almost every platform that was out there. Every platform. Obviously, I've never made an actual like long-term NBA roster. You know what I'm saying? But from 3x3 to Globetrotters style basketball, from Streetball, from international pro teams to, high school, middle school, university, whatever the case may be, you get those different types of fan bases, and you get the different types of genres. And you just play accordingly, and you just, have fun in what you're doing.
Was there ever a time when like you got scared, or any scary experiences with like fans or like crowds, like when they're so crazy like that? Like,
That's a great question.
Because I know I've seen like now with some of the YouTubers trying to bring back that street ball and like some of the bro, they just running on the court and like fights and that starting and stuff like that. So I can't imagine what it was like back then.
You definitely got to pick and choose. Going with what you said about the YouTube stuff, as like when people are like going to like crash the courts at like this type of day where they really don't know the history behind like crash the courts. They ready to fight because they don't have any knowledge about that. But you can't fault them, and you gotta know your personnel. It's like if you got like a LA Fitness type of guy coming and trying to guard you, knowing that like he has nothing to lose, you know, then I'm not going to throw it off his head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to, I'm not going to off the heezy him. You just got to really know your personnel. But if it's like a structured, organized event, then everything's free for all because obviously you got security around and like all that good stuff too as well. But when I would say when I was in the European countries, I just heard a lot of stories from previous like international players playing pro there. It's like you go there and do your job. Go there, do your job, collect your check, get out of there. Because it's like you got a lot of external factors that's trying to steer you away from your ultimate goal. And you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It could be gambling, it could be women, it could be other team trying to like throw you off, and so it's just like, and then you can have fans that's just wants to see you do bad. And so like whenever I played, I did practice, game, eat, sleep, stay in shape, sightsee for a little bit, adventure, then come back home and sleep. That's literally I stay out of trouble, because you're there in a foreign world, and especially if it's a different language too as well. Yeah, you're done. You are done. I fortunately, because one of the countries that I went to the most was China, and I picked up some of the language, and so like none of that stuff would get past me anymore after like my 4th year going. But like you go to maybe like when I went to Serbia for some 3x3 stuff and some 5-on-5. I didn't know what was going on, and I'm just stay in a nutshell, and just be like, oh yes, yeah, cool, just make sure they're happy.
Exactly.
Don't want any mafias or any mobs coming after me, man. I'm good.
Yeah, that reminds me of like when I was in Japan, like me and my friend were walking back to like our hotel, and like we were in like a kind of residential area.
Okay.
But it was like right next to the city as well. And we were walking through like this place where there's all restaurants and stuff. Yeah. And there was like all these guys in suits with earpieces. And I'm like, yo, this is the mafia, bro. We gotta get out of here. They're like in the car, like on like a movie scene. I'm like, nah, man, something's about to happen, bro.
They were ready to kidnap. Real fast.
It was so scary, but it was also like you could tell that they weren't gonna do anything to us. Like whatever they were there for, like it wasn't for us. But it was kind of cool and kind of scary because it's like they could turn on us at any moment. You don't know. If I stare at the wrong guy, he might be like, "Hey, what are you staring at?"
What I'm saying.
Or say something in Japanese, and I'll be like, "I don't know what you're saying." Like, so yeah, you gotta be careful sometimes in those other countries. You know?
That's why I still to this day I have the U.S. kind of like mannerisms and tendencies, because sometimes, because I train little kids. I have my own basketball academy now, and sometimes I'm training them and then I don't make eye contact because I'm always looking around to see if there's any danger happening, because obviously, the U.S. is dangerous. And sometimes they're just like, "Coach, what you looking at?" I'll just be like, "I might have to pick you up, and I might have to carry you like a football into safety, And so yeah, if you're in a different place, hence why I'm here too as well, it's very safe. But like if you're a different country, you know, you always want to keep your head on a swivel and just, you know, stay ready. That's it.
100%, especially with pickpocketers too, man.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Like everywhere you go, you gotta be careful of those.
Definitely.
Then seeing how earlier you said kind of streetball wasn't the end goal. So how were you able to kind of evolve from the streetball and go play professionally? How did that come about?
Yeah, great question. So there was a time where I got injured and I went into kind of like the acting realm, the TV scene type of thing. And that kind of gave me, it gave me a look that's like, okay, I'm getting older. I'm getting more injuries too as well. Not because of my age, but just freak accidents. And I'm just like, okay, I just want to think about what I'm doing after this. And during that time of like my TV stuff, when I came back to basketball, I was just like, you know, this street ball stuff is not going to have that much more longevity. I can feel it because all my colleagues, they're getting older. They're older than me. Like me, myself, and a couple other people were just like the youngest on there. And after that happened, when it just died off, I was just like, okay, I can still hoop. Let me cross my T's, dot my I's, and see what I can do. So fortunately, I came across an agent. I can't remember if it was from LinkedIn or like I just randomly connected with him on Facebook. I can't remember. But yeah, he was actually one of the ones that helped me to get over to Asia at the time and do a lot of different circuits from different countries, play at these lower level international teams, still get paid, still get some of the benefits and amenities and things. But the most important thing was obviously to get paid, but to build film to help me get to my next one, because all I had was like the street ball stuff, and no team would have taken me serious if I just seeing me just cross people up. So yeah, that's how I got into it. And once I cut ties with him at the time, a lot of stuff that I was doing on my own, since I already had the knowledge from my degrees, and now that I've got more wisdom into the industry, I was able to shop around and do stuff on my own. Then I got another manager and then helped me. And yeah, it was just creating longevity and opportunity here, and just kept it going.
And then I know you played here in Australia, ACBA. You were season MVP. What was it that drew you into Australia, and kind of what made you come down here?
Man, it was funny. Like I manifested and prayed a lot when I was even younger. Like, so a lot of the U.S. stuff come here, and you all see a lot of U.S. stuff here in Australia. But the only thing in the U.S. that we had was Crocodile Dundee. And like, if you look at some of the cartoons in my era, and even a little bit later too as well, because cartoons didn't start becoming crap until like the late 90s and early 2000s. But there was this one cartoon. It was my favorite. Came on Nickelodeon. It was called Rocket Power. And Rocket Power was, I'm talking about the bee's knees, man. It was legit. And it was just about these little middle schoolers that just did extreme sports. Like, one episode they could be doing a trip snowboarding, then another episode they're surfing, and then another episode they're skateboarding at the skate park. And then it's like it was based like in LA. They made it seem as like it was LA, but then it always made me think of Australia, because Australia was just like laid back. I felt like I had the biggest stereotype when I was younger. And like, I thought everybody was just like surfers, seafood, hippie people. like I didn't know nothing about sports. I didn't know about any of the lifestyle. When I first got to Australia, I thought I landed in the wrong place, because I saw so much multicultural diversity. And I'm like, hold on, like, where are all the blonde hair, surface. I was like, I got on the wrong plane. It's like, no, you have arrived in Australia. But it opened my eyes a lot because I've been all over Australia. And the goal was to, have a fulfilling career in the NBL. And, I DP'd for a lot of NBL teams and practice players for some too as well. And I was going to be on one official roster spot too as well. But then I'll just tell the story because a lot of people don't know this. So I was getting ready to have a roster spot for the Illawarra Hawks. And during COVID didn't make me lose my spots. The team got bought out. And so I actually messaged the new coach, which was going to be Brian. And because ironically I had him on, it was either Facebook or LinkedIn. And I congratulate him and all that good stuff too as well. And I was telling him, I was like, yo, I just performed in front of Matt. I'm talking about this was probably my best tryout performance ever in my whole career. So it was funny how I got it. So a colleague of mine, it was my lawyer at the time, and he was just like, oh, I went to school with such and such. Let me call him and let me talk to him. He'll get you a tryout. I'm like, bet. And I put in work. I put in work for 3 months straight. And he got me a tryout. And when I went to that tryout, it was an hour, 45-minute tryout. Guess how many shots I missed within that hour and 45 minutes?
The hundreds? I don't know.
I'd say none.
None?
You're saying.
I missed 11 shots.
Damn.
Out of that hour, 45 minutes. I'm talking about we went through a full pro workout, all different types of variations, scenarios, played against some of the players that were there at that time, busted their asses, and I'm just I went there to make sure they didn't say no. And then they was just like, yo, you get to keep that uniform, you get to do all that stuff too as well. People don't believe me. I'll bring that shit, you know what I'm saying? So and then they was just like, yo, you're gonna come to training camp, da 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 da. And I'm like, perfect, yes, finally I'm gonna have a NBL roster spot because I knew I deserved it, And then during COVID, there's new owners is going to get buying the team, and then I'm like, yo, what does this mean? Because I was a little oblivious of how they did it out here, and it's just they're firing all personnel. I'm like, damn, okay. And so then I reached out and I was like, hey, I just performed in front of Coach Matty Flynn and Eric Cooks, and I did my thing. They were going to offer me, and yeah, is there an opportunity to play with you, play for you, whatever? And they was just like, oh, we are. He's like, oh, sorry, Cory. I've already brought my prospects in and things like that too. And in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I would destroy them too, just like all the other players. Just give me a shot. So I lost that, and then I started playing some semi-pro stuff in Melbourne and then in Brisbane, and then ended up winning that championship with ACBA and play some UBL, and yeah, man, that at that time it was extremely high quality players. Right now is current NBL, current NBL 1 players at that time that I was playing against, and then there was some people that was playing in the I think it's the NZBL, things like that too as well. So it was extremely high caliber, and so to win that, I was accomplished. I felt great.
Obviously, it would have been such a tough experience seeing how you basically made it, and then from something out of your control, it just kind of fell through. But sort of kind of a blessing in disguise, because if without that, you would have not been able to do all the other things you've accomplished. So
amen to that.
Everyone.
You know what's crazy? The same coach that got fired is back on the roster now.
Wow.
I'm like, after I'm retired, man. After I'm retired now.
Came back too late, man.
Yeah. So it's like, golly. So, But good long career. Um, I'm happy with the retirement. Saying that, I came out of retirement a few times to do a few one off professional stuff, and a little celebrity event too as well. But yeah, like I'm fully retired now. Fully retired now. I'm not. Nah, don't ask me. Don't ask me to play unless there's some chips on the line. And if that, you're not getting any saucy handles. I'm a threes person now. I'll
Catch and
shoot
shoot.
threes. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Fair enough.
I like that. Well, I want to talk about a bit about the All-Star game. You know, that jersey staring at me.
Still looking at you. Yeah.
How was that experience? How'd you know?
Man,
get
it was
into handle that?
extremely lively. Yeah, that's a good word. I'll say lively because you had all the celebrities from all walks of life. You know, you had the music industry, you had the entertainment industry. When I mean entertainment, you had modeling, the acting, like all that stuff too as well. The basketball industry, of course. Yeah, you had all different types of walks of life, and all under one roof. And it was pretty cool, you know, meeting anywhere from Ray Allen to Quavo to fudge, what's his name? I always get him mixed up with Spud Webb. Who's the other guy that
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues, yeah, Muggsy, and it was just a beautiful atmosphere. It was really cool, and Ruffles Potato Chips sponsored me through the whole weekend, and did a lot of content and stuff with them too as well, and you know, just being able to be part of just that game and the atmosphere, and just hold that trophy and like all different types of things. And so it was cool. It was a great time. The year before, that All-Star game was in LA, and that was really cool. I forgot who sponsored me that time, but it was cool. I was able to have a +1, and I took my mom on that trip, and so that was good. She got to meet different types of stars, anywhere from the likes of Paul Pierce. She met Shaquille O'Neal, and so it was happy for her. And then yeah, it was good times with that. It's just to be able to experience that weekend, because a whole bunch of stuff going on. That city shut down just for All-Star weekend, and you might have a celebrity event here, you might have a game going on here, you might have a brand activation here, you might have an after party going here. It was just like it was always something to do. And it was fun. It was good at the end of the day.
And then sharing the core and just being around like so many legends and different celebrities, was there anyone kind of in particular you were excited to meet, or like kind of had you starstruck, or just kind of soaking in the moment?
Yeah, I really don't get starstruck. I would say meeting Ray Allen was really cool. Ray Allen, because like he still shoots the same, and he's still athletic, and he's still and I didn't even know, like when he shoots, he elevates that high. And it's like he gets up, and so that was pretty cool to see him go through his warm up and like all that stuff at the age that he is right now. I met AI before, previous during this time, but I saw him at an after party, and that was cool. Yeah, not really, man. It's like when you've earned your stripes so far, I feel like everybody's at the same caliber at the time. Obviously, I'm not on like Dwayne Johnson mode or anything like that, but you know, people respect you. They say what's up to you and things like that. So, which is cool.
And speaking of Dwayne Johnson, obviously you've built your own acting career. So how was that transition like from basketball into acting?
Man, it's fun. Acting is so fun. Acting is really fun. Like now I can put my competitiveness into this, and it's easier on the body too.
Yeah.
So, acting is extremely fun because one, you could be a kid. Two, you're in a imaginative state of mind where you can play somebody else and do it at the highest level. Um, and three, like I said earlier, it's competitive too as well. You got a lot of other people going for the same thing that you're trying to do, and you're trying to beat them out. Fortunate for me, which is another reason why I stayed here in Australia for the basketball and the acting since COVID. A lot of the acting stuff from the US has come here. And so my agent just sends it all to me, baby. And so, which is very, very, very prosperous in my hands. For the people that don't know how my acting or like just media journey started, I started off in a lot of reality TV. My first ever reality TV was with Kevin Hart, and we had one of the most popular episodes of that TV series at the time, and it was really good. And then after that, I did a lot of smaller things. So I've done everything. I've done from background to day player to some extras work to small roles to supporting roles to lead roles now. Just this past July, excuse me, not July, from May to July, I was in my first Hollywood movie. And so after X amount of years of working hard towards this, my agent finally got it. Got something for me. I killed it. Directors like me, producers like me, casting like me, and bada boom, bada bing. Yeah. Comes out March 2027. And so
2027.
So yeah, so if you're on Instagram, keep up with me, Cory Sauce Brown. You will see it. But I got a lot of other stuff that's coming out. I was on a very popular Australian game show, and that's supposed to be either coming out later on this year or early next year. They're just trying to find a time slot right now. It'll be on Channel 7. I've done a smaller feature film. It's an Aussie film, and that's going to be coming out soon. I've done heaps of commercials. I've got a endorsement deal with TAB. So if you ever seen anybody with the fake afro and the 60s shorts, that's me. And I'm all on the NBA ads, and so yeah, just taking this journey to a new heights. So ultimate goal is to be like on that Michael B. Jordan status and just kill those lead roles. Yeah, so
Finding a new passion after basketball. What's been like your favorite role or production that you've done so far? If you can talk about, I don't know, maybe the 2027 one, which you can't talk about.
I don't know. I have to go back to my contract because I don't know if I can say the name yet. But
probably not. If it's
probably not. Yeah.
Because I do a bit of acting.
Yeah.
It's probably not.
Yeah. So I'll have to ask my agent about that. So, but yeah, I pray that everybody's still alive then, and just literally, be on the lookout. It'll be on my Instagram. I've been quiet since I think like April on my Instagram just because I've been super grinding, 10 toes down. And there's one thing I learned from Denzel that Denzel told Michael B. Jordan, and Michael B. Jordan to Delroy Lindo, which is one of my co-stars in this new movie that I'm in. I'll tell you who's in this movie with me, but I don't think I'm going to say. But what I learned is that why are you letting people see you for free when they're supposed to pay you to see your talents? And so that's why you see a lot of these celebrities that don't post until their accomplishments is done. And so yeah, I just stopped posting so I got like a plethora of like art stuff in my archives to be ready to post.
Yeah.
From the stuff that I've done recently. So once I get that green light, then you'll see on my main page, a post will come. So yeah, that's coming up. But the movie that I was blessed to and fortunate to be in, and have a nice role in just recently. My other co-stars is Delroy Lindo, Jack O'Connell. Both of them were just in the most recent Sinners movie. Caitlin Deaver, which is she's killing the game right now. And then Dan Stevens. Um, so yeah, so that's yeah,
Exciting.
yeah, crazy good, crazy good, crazy good. It's just man, it was. And we filmed up in the Gold Coast, and I was like, Goldie, you are home, baby.
Yeah.
The Goldie was nice. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. So yeah, so that's what my goal is, to get back on that main screen again.
Real quick, where can they find you on Instagram? What's your handle?
Yeah, so Cory Sauce Brown, CorySauce Brown, like the color. So Cory Sauce Brown. Also, other than acting and just being a basketball advocate, I train people in basketball too as well. And so, if you're in Sydney, Australia, Sauce Basketball Academy, one of the best basketball academies here in Sydney, training anywhere from 8-year-old beginners all the way up to the pro level. We do group sessions, one-on-one lessons, virtual sessions, workout programs, you name it, we can do it. And highly credible, highly expertise in all these different facets. And yeah, if you need your game helped out, we got you.
Hey, there you go. You got the source from the source. Hey,
you
sorry,
want the
cut that.
You want the lowdown, come to the source, baby.
Go follow, hit him up if you're interested, and look out for those archive posts coming out.
It's coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah, it's just extremely grateful and thankful. Extremely grateful that I've dived into more of my inner intuition a lot, and then I'm just stay wholesome, stay humble, stay grounded, and put out good. Good's gonna come back full throttle.
And then, as someone who's obviously been an athlete and now in the entertainment industry, how do you think your approach to kind of perfecting your craft, do you think it's different to being an athlete and an entertainer, or do you think there's similarities between the two of them?
Every industry in the world overlaps in some shape or form. It could be one or like 100 different things. Because you can be an entertainer, you can be an athlete, you can work at McDonald's. In some shape or form, there's going to be some type of similarity, from the work ethic, from the way you got to make your money, to your mindset when it comes to doing your job well. But with those two categories, it definitely goes hand in hand, because you gotta grind. You gotta grind. Like in acting, you still gotta put the repetitions in. If I was shooting shots, or if I was working on my handles, I gotta study scripts. I gotta practice with colleagues of mine. I gotta do my auditions at the highest peak. And then my auditions is like my practice. And then once I get that call and I sign that contract, then when I get on set, that's game time. And so it's a lot of things that cross over, no pun intended, that goes hand in hand with each other. And I love it, because I can still say competitive. But the downfall of that is that there's a lot of stuff you can't control. And I hate hearing the word no, or like you didn't get it. But that resiliency from sport, transfers over there, and you just keep going. Definitely keep going.
Speaking of things you can't control and resiliency, how did you build that, resilience when you heard that news about like the Illawarra and that? Like, how did you deal with that mentally? Was that something that you had built over time, or was that something that growing up you just had?
Definitely built over time because I've heard a lot of no's in my life. A lot of no's, like, and a lot of you can't do this, you can't do that. And when you hear it for so long and you just fight through it, it's just like, I know that I could do it. Like without a doubt, I know that I could do it. There's some things that you cannot control in terms of like, I'm not 6'6". You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I wouldn't be another Kobe, LeBron, Michael because I'm not 6'6". But then I could be the best Cory Brown that I could be. That was stuff that I can control. And earning some of this credibility and being able to do it my way. I've always said that, and I always told myself I never wanted to work for anybody. Obviously, if you want to look deeper into that, when you're playing on a team, you're working for somebody. But like, in a sense, never wanted to work for somebody outside of my dream. So I always wanted to keep my dream alive. I always wanted to do my way, but to a certain extent to look at the bigger picture. And that's going back to what you were asking me. No is part of life. It's how you handle that is what's going to take you to your next part of your journey.
Like that. And you also mentioned earlier about your faith. So I wanted to delve a bit into that. How has that shaped you as a person? How has that helped you with basketball, with acting, with life?
It's helped me grow as a man, like full throttle, like full throttle. So I've always been in the church. I'm from the South and the Midwest, and church was big when I was younger. Then I've always fell back on it, especially when like catastrophic things that happened to me earlier in my years. It's like I had nobody else but to pray to Jesus and God, and I think having that groundedness, like everyone should have some type of higher power and something to believe in to keep them moving forward in this thing called life. And mine just happens to be Jesus Christ. And it's helped me in basketball, getting through that adversity time. Like if I was injured or if I didn't know when my next paycheck was coming, or just growing as a man, obviously, when you're in your early 20s and still growing, and you're playing professional basketball, you're going all around the world, you got all this like sinful and detrimental things that's coming to you, and you needed something to just keep you going because there's a bigger picture. And being close to Christ helps me just be a man. Be a man too, in my relationship, with my family, with my friends, and with me and my character too as well. Being a good person, because there's a lot of whack people out there. So if I can spread love, be love, and do love, then I know I'm doing my job as a human being.
Love that. And I think like it's good to like shed some light on, a lot of our guests have spoken about their faith and how it's helped them and how it's built them. And like all you guys seem like amazing people. So I think it's important to show the world, because I feel like a lot of the times we always see negative things in the news and all this propaganda and stuff about negative people, but there's good and there's bad in everything.
Yeah, we got to show more positive.
Yeah.
We got to show more good vibes. We got to show more things that people need instead of tearing people apart. Because everywhere in the world, there's going to be some type of downfall every day, unfortunately. But if we know that we can come together in some shape or form, which is love and peace and prosperity, then that helps keep the dominoes up instead of falling down. You know, it could be something as little as like last week. Yeah, last week's. Somebody asked me in the grocery store, a little old lady. She couldn't reach the frozen food on the box. She asked me. She was just like, "Can you get that for me?" I'm like, "Yes, ma'am. I sure can." Like, "How's your day doing?" And she's like, "Oh, thank you for talking to me. Thank you for getting this for me." I'm just like, "My pleasure. Like, I just want to spread some love to you." And then she's like, "It must be great being tall." And I was like, "Well, in my industry, there's taller people." And so just a little bit, that smile on her face could have made her day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it made my day just to be nice to somebody. Because like my exterior, I feel that not everybody, but it makes me not approachable, just because how I look. But then, yeah, you never know. Just be nice. Just be nice. And that niceness could help somebody else's day.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I work out Woolworths and deal with customers a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might be having a bad day and just one nice customer just brings me up for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And same thing for me to those customers. I try and be nice. And seeing them smile when I say something and like seeing them react, it makes you happier to be nice to people and to receive it as well. So I think that's a great message for everyone is just be nice.
Just be nice, man.
It costs nothing. I know it costs nothing to be mean too, but like you'll feel better, I promise. You'll feel better.
Man, you'll feel a lot better because I don't want that energy near me. I want that energy. Like, keep that crap away. Like, I want my frequency to be just like at the finest peak, and so that's why I keep a small circle, because if your frequency don't match me, then you're bringing me down and my success and everything that comes with it.
100%.
And then speaking of like helping people and supporting people, even though you don't necessarily play anymore, like you said, you're retired, what pushes you to keep trying to spread the game globally through your training and coaching and stuff like that?
Yeah, so it is a little bit different right now just because I'm not on the global platform in terms of the works that I'm doing, because I'm just full head over heels my Australian life. As to when I was playing, everything was just on the global platform. My name will, I guess, hopefully still global. You know what I mean? But then right now I'm just fully focused on my Aussie life. But I mean, yeah, from the works that what I do, I'm not worried about the recognition. I'm just worried about helping the next person fulfill their dreams just like I fulfilled mine. And yeah, that just makes me feel good to know that they're getting rewarded from the hard work. And I tell them all, like, I'm your GPS on your journey, but you got to drive your own car. And but nah, it's just good. And I try to not gloat and like do all this social media stuff too as well. Like, even when I grew up with no social media, like, I don't care about that. Like, my partner, she like, "Yo, you gotta get on there more." I mean, like, you getting all these jobs, like, show the people. I'm like, man, I don't care about none of that, man. I'm not posting. I don't, And so, I don't need no validation from anybody. But the fact of the matter is that, helping kids, giving back to the homeless, spreading love just randomly to people, that's the things I like to do. I love to do. And I don't need to show people that, because I know that the man above sees it. And then yeah, you always see me on TV when he returns the favor. So, and that's it. That's just me now. I'm just living my retired life, kick back, relax, and Just building growth here in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
Baby.
I love that. Sounds very peaceful.
It is, and I come from the hustle and bustle, and it feels good to be relaxed now. Just kick back. I love the beach.
Yeah.
I love the beach. Summer's here. Well, not this week, but
Hey.
you know what I mean. Yeah, but summer's here, and so you'll find me laying back with a acai bowl, and I'm just kicking flame, man. I'm just chilling like a villain.
Yeah. Sounds like you're a true Australian right there.
Man,
True Australian speaking.
I'm gonna embrace it. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, Australia and countries, I was wondering, what was your favorite country to play in? You can say Australia, but
Yeah. Okay.
if it's not Australia, don't feel bad.
Nah. So a lot of people ask me what was my favorite country I ever visited, and I definitely Australia is home, but nobody ever asked me like to play in.
Yeah.
Nobody ever asked me that. So good question. I think every place obviously showed a different style of basketball. So it made me change the game up every time. Because you had that coming from an ISO US background, with a little bit of team play that I still had in my game, but mostly ISO and going to work and get buckets. Obviously when you go to Europe and even here in Australia, it's gotta be team basketball. And then especially when I got here to Australia, like one of the defense I just didn't understand, and it stopped me for a couple games until I just figured it out. But like y'all hop to the spot on defense. Like if I make a change of direction move, y'all hop and then y'all put a wall up. And I'm like, okay, normally people don't hop, they slide their feet. You know what I mean? So like after I got that, all I had to do was just change back, a little bit quicker. And so that was countered easily after I figured it out. And then like European basketball is very fast paced and strategically IQ'd sound. So it's like you might get 5 passes and then a back door then goes to a dunk and they're outletting it quicker. You got bust. You can't celebrate that dunk. So and then in Asia, Asia was kind of like the States in terms of a little bit of ISO basketball, but then it has some team effort. But they're extremely rough in Asia too as well. Yeah, they trying to hurt you out there a little bit.
Yeah, bad.
So, yeah. So they trying to hurt you out there, but it makes you tougher. Latin America, that was easy, and then the U.S., everybody's trying to destroy you. Dogs, balls to the wall. Like I would not want to play in this era in the U.S. just because everybody's just so hateful out there. All they do is just talk trash. Talk trash, and then like the stuff that you see online, it's not basketball. Like the only basketball is college basketball and the Big Three and the NBA. Everything else that you see, like all the I'm gonna name drop, but you gotta know like the ball is life crap and like all that stuff too as well. You pulling shirts and like hacking people and like it's not basketball. It's not bad. So I wouldn't want to play in that. Like if somebody asked me like, oh, play one of those one-on-one battles, I'm like, nope, it's not basketball. Because you're letting hacks that get away with that is not would be prevalent in a real game. And I'm not trying to get hurt or do something stupid just for so-called fans for the video. I'm not doing that. But to answer your question, I'll probably say the best would be Australia, of course. Australia, of course. Okay. Nah, I mean, like I played everywhere, anywhere from like if I had to go from region to region. Obviously, I played all over the U.S., played here in Australia, in Asia. I played anywhere from China, Japan, Philippines, Indonesia, Korea, in Europe. I played anywhere from Germany, France, Serbia, Italy, and where did I play last? Played in Croatia too as well, and it's just like everybody just had like a different flair to them, so which was cool.
Love that.
Yeah.
Glad we were able to top the chart, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm here, baby. I'm here. So you know, it's good.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here in
Thank
Down
you so
Under.
much. Thank you. I love this life here. Love it. But I do say that this is where I tell people my heart is Aussie. My sauce is always going to be U.S. That's where I came from. But then my spirit is like from China because I learned a lot of like wise stuff that I was out there, and every time that I left, they always gave me some philosophical meaning to take with me for the rest of my life. I remember the first time that I was out there, my translator, before I was leaving, she gave me a little gift. Before I left, she's like, Mr. Sauce. I was like, yes. And then she's like, before you leave, I just want to ask you, do you know what my name means in English? And I was just like, nah, tell me. I'm curious. She's like, my name means smile. And I was just like, cool. I was like, cool. That's beautiful. She's like, can you make me one promise? And I was like, yeah. Like, can you please smile at least one time a day? Because it will change your whole outlook for the day, and it will put that positive juice inside of you. And I was like, yeah, I'll make sure I do it. So I when I have bad days, I try to smile and just try to find something, you know.
Like that. Fake it till you make it. You know, sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah, it changed.
Did she actually call you Mr. Sauce?
Yeah, Mr. Sauce. They're very polite.
But not like Cory or Mr. Brown. Sauce. Okay.
Look,
I like that.
cold nickname.
Yeah.
Add some flair to it. But before we wrap things up,
sure.
Got a couple fun questions kind of.
Please and thank you.
Ask you.
Yeah, this was fun. Well, first and foremost, and once again, thank you for having me. It's beautiful with what you all are doing for the basketball culture, for Sydney, Australia, for people that want to learn more about some of the faces that are here in this area. And then shout out to all the people that were on before me and the people that are going to be after me. And yeah, I hope you all continue to grow and sending blessings to all of you all.
Appreciate it, definitely. Thanks for coming on, and yeah. Before we finish, but I gotta ask you some of these. Being as you're a handler, dribbler, who do you think has the best handles of all time in NBA? You got AI, you got Kyrie, maybe someone else, Pete Maravich.
Out of all time, man. See, when people ask me this question, I got to tell them there's different like categories of handles. And so like AI, he's got the ankle breaker handles. Kyrie got the play with you, and then I'm going to score every bucket on you afterwards. Steph Curry's got the play with you and the tighter version of that, of Kyrie's, and he's going to score that three on you to create space. You got like the old school, like Tim Hardaway or like Stevie Francis, like Stephon Marbury, where they got that like New York style where it's just like pop, and then it's like quick, fast, and like it could be deadly, or it will get to your shot selection of what they want. Obviously, shout out to my boy Skip to my Lou that went from Streetball to the NBA, and then he brought some of that flair to the games. And then you got Pistol Pete, where he's known for more of a passer, though, that you brought up. And then you got White Chocolate. You got Jason Williams. He gave more of that like white boy flair, finesse. That like I'm gonna keep up with y'all black people, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put my own spice into it. And he was just like, oh, you weren't ready for that type of handles. And then you got who else? Jamal Crawford, like for a big dude to do handles like that. Nobody ever seen that before, and his are like y'all. This could be long, long ones, and so I can't really put one greatest handle of all time because everybody had their different shebang into it. You know what I mean? Now, if we go ankle breaker, then it's a different story.
Respect it. I feel like another underrated guy, because a lot of those ones are for the flair and stuff like that, but someone with more like ball security kind of is, you got to say Chris Paul. He's really got on a string. He ain't really trying to embarrass you or anything, but no turnovers, always keeps it tight. So,
and he's still playing too.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy.
Sorry, CP3, you're not gonna get a championship before your career's over. But
you never know. Hey, you never know, man.
I hope so. Man.
What team's he on?
On the Clippers. Probably his last year. So they got a little bit of a squad, but it's gonna be kind of tough.
You never know. But no, it's good.
My fun question. I don't know how fun it is, but let's just say, what's one piece of advice you give to your, let's go, 16-year-old self?
I would say I wouldn't say advice. I would say a little bit of motivation. I'll say keep going. Keep going. Because life is hard. The world is big. We're small. But if you can crack the code of this thing called life, not just work, not just the people that's around you, but just peace and serenity, then you've pretty much won. Because there's a book that I'm reading right now. It's called The 5 Keys of Wealth. And people think that wealth is just money, money, money. Could you tell me what other wealth that you have in your life?
Surely health is one of them.
Yep, health is one.
Okay.
Family, people around you.
You're close. So financial is one of them. So there is one of them. Yep.
Close to family.
So I'll combine yours. Social
Okay,
wealth. Social wealth. Yep.
Like that, like emotional or mental or something like that.
Mental wealth. Yep.
One more.
I'm not sure. Only thing that comes to mind maybe like spiritual. Yeah, that's the only other thing.
Yeah. So with those pillars that you have right there, that's what will keep a person grounded for peace. And so not too much and not too little of something. If you could keep that at a good balance, then you're great. And so if I would have known that a little bit earlier, then I'll probably be in a different pathway. But everything's a learning opportunity. We keep learning to the day we die. And but one thing that I would never know, like I never thought I could make it to more countries. I never thought that I'd be in my first Hollywood movie. I never thought that I could meet great people like who I'm sitting with right now. I never thought that basketball and acting and like just everything I was doing would take me into different pathways. So only reason why that happened is because I kept going. I didn't let nobody else tell me to do something else. I didn't let anybody stop me on my journey. I didn't let the no keep me complacent, you know. I kept going, and I'm still going because I'm not finished.
Love that. I think like it's really interesting to hear like what people say to their younger selves. I think a lot of the time it is that kind of motivational thing instead of like, oh, do this, do that kind of thing. Because you don't want to have regrets in life. You want to look back and be like, I did that, like accomplished. So when you speak to your younger self, it's more of like a motivational thing, you know, like
definitely.
keep going. I like that.
And then that's just what keeps us into our 70, 80, 90s, 100s.
Yep.
And we still going to keep learning. But one good thing that you always want to remember: learn, earn, and return.
Return.
Yep. Learn, earn, and turn. Keep learning. You earn it, and then you return it to the next people. So,
Like that.
yes, sir.
And then I guess to finish it off, been asking some of the other guests, what's your top 5? Like, what would be your starting 5 if you had to pick from any player in history?
Okay.
It's a tough one. There's obviously a lot of players to choose from.
Yeah.
And a lot of like mixes as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna have to go Shaquille O'Neal at the 5. At the 4, can I give you my top 10?
You
Can I
give
you
it
my
10.
top 10?
Sure. You can have 10.
So I'm gonna go two in each spot.
Yeah.
Two in each spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got Shaq and I got Wemby. I got Shaq and Wemby. At my 4, I'm going Tim Duncan. I'm going Kevin Garnett. Yeah. At my 3, I got MJ and Kobe.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
At my 2, I got AI and Steph. And at my 1, I've got CP3, and I got Jerry West.
Okay. The logo. Okay.
Hey.
Good mix of old school, new school.
Yeah.
Everything covered. Okay.
Yup. So
Like that.
there's way too many Hall of Famers that even ones I didn't say, should be deserved in that category. Because there's arguments for everything. Because I could have threw Katie in there. I could have threw Clyde the Glide Drexler. I could threw Dr. J in there, Julius Erving. I could threw a lot of guys in there. So, but that's just the ones that impacted me.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely can't go wrong with the vast selection there is, but solid lineup. Solid lineup.
Appreciate it. That's why I
Respect
had to
it.
go 10, man.
Yeah.
I gotta have reserves.
Reserves, expansion.
Gotta have a bench. Gotta have a bench when my people get tired.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes those bench points, they come in handy. They
do.
win the game.
I'm trying to win. Trying to win.
I like that. Yeah. My final question is, well, I feel like we didn't ask a very important question. I don't know if it was explained, but it's also not my final question, so I don't know if I should switch. You know what?
Ask me too. Yeah.
The nickname.
Yeah.
Did we talk about where it came from?
Nah, we didn't cover
No.
that.
So I feel like that's very important thing to mention.
So it started off as being Baby Sauce just because I was one of the youngest, like, in the game, amongst older men. And, Duke Tango, shout out to Duke Tango, the ones who gets all the names and things like that too as well. And then as I evolved and got older and then obviously earned my stripes, it's kind of like what those rappers do, like Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo. Once you get older, you take the Lil off, and so now I'm older and more respected, and then took the baby off, and it's just sauce like that. It came from the streetball era, and then so that was good times. Stuck with it and just rolled with it, and then just turned the name to the business now.
I like that.
Yeah.
And now it's, you even got people calling you Mr. Sauce and stuff instead of your real name. So
I mean,
trademark that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then your other question.
Oh, okay. I can ask it. Yeah,
Sweet.
sweet.
Of course.
Who is your GOAT? Who do you think, in your opinion, is the greatest of all time?
Kobe. Gotta go Cobes. Just because he just did a lot of monumental thing, and Cobes is my era. Love Mike's game. He did phenomenal things too as well. It's just like I chose him just because of my era. Yeah, it's my era.
Yeah.
And but I got a lot of goats like AI goats, and Kobe GOAT with that for scoring, and Shaq's GOAT as a big man, and so yeah, there's a lot of goats, but like all around GOAT, gotta go Kobe.
I like that. I find it interesting how like most of our questions, you've explained, and then you've like answered it at the end, but that one you were just like Kobe straight away. Like I like that though. No doubt about it.
Yeah, yes. So can't go wrong. R.I.P. man, but he's still living amongst us. It was good.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Well, before we finish, I know you shouted it out before, but if you want to quickly say your Instagram, where they can find you again.
Yeah, definitely. Not on anything else, or don't find me on the TikTok or or whatever like that. But IG Cory Sauce Brown, Cory Sauce Brown. And then if anybody that wants any training, Sauce Basketball Academy. And would love to hear from you all. You watch this episode, give me your feedback, comment below on the YouTube. Hit my messages. Let me know what you think about this episode, or if I inspired you. Bless you. I'm glad I could help you, and continue your journey. And I bless everybody that's out there.
Yes, sir. Once again, thanks for coming on and sharing your story.
Thank you for sure. Thank you for having me, and shout out to their podcast, Next Big Thing in Sydney, and much love and blessings for sure.
Of course, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, your family. Check him out. He's a legend. Hey, peace out.
Thank you.